The first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs has come and gone. 4 games against the Nashville Predators proved a worthy palate cleanser, following a regular season that seemingly didn't want to end. Now the Colorado Avalanche have returned to the scene of their postseason failures. The A emblazoned on their chest might as well be a scarlet letter, the perfect symbol of the sins of their past they carry with them into the second round against the St. Louis Blues. Have the growing pains and hard lessons learned properly prepared them for this moment? Are they destined to forever disappoint, making their scarlet A stand for again? Or will they shed their scars on the road to greatness?
Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Rudo, Blais, AJ, Meghan coming at you live before Game 5. Avs versus Blues. Avs trying to close out the series on home ice. I feel good.
I do not.
AJ feels bad.
I do not, because I was at morning skate and I have to tell you they were so flat.
Yeah.
Oh, see? Yeah.
They were so flat. And like I was talking about it afterward, like there are 1,000 logical reasons that I can assign to why that would be the case. But so flat. And like, it's morning skate, you know, you're not gonna
put too much stock into that.
Oh, morning skate, there's a lot of energy there, but it was just definitely different from, I mean, I rarely do morning skates anymore because Jesse's always there, but we switched it up today, and I was there, and they were just really flat, and I was just like shocked, just like really struck by how little energy the group had, and how like it was all very business-like, but like normally like morning skates, it's a little bit of fun, and like Arturi Lekkonen's the only guy out there like skating around, like smiling it up and having a good time. Jack Johnson's just happy to be there, and everybody else is like, did you guys just come from a funeral? Like, what happened? It was really weird.
Well, there's only so much energy you can give into the universe, and you know, maybe they're just bottling that up and waiting for a time to use it tonight.
Like I said, there's 1,000 logical reasons that you can assign to it.
It is interesting that it's Arturi Lekkonen being bopping around as the dude who made it past the second round last year.
I will also say, like, McKinnon and Kadri were flying around like normal.
All business, yeah.
But way higher energy just from those two. But, like, it was just weird to see everybody else. Like, they're running through the drill, and they look like zombies.
Would you be more concerned if, like, Mikko had high energy during the morning skate?
No?
No?
Oh, all right.
Expectations for the Avs is no lineup changes. It was just maintenance for morning skate for Landy and Taves.
McDermott is on the ice for warm-ups.
Is he the extra guy?
There's an extra forward out there at the moment, so we don't know what the actual lineup decision will be there.
So
but Berkey will be out.
There you go. Nothing too different there.
Man, I tell you, if you play Curtis McDermott, like, you get whatever you pay for in that
for sure
in that situation.
You live with that, yeah.
So
on the Blues side, it is still expected to be Ville Husso in net, so no off the wall.
Major changes for their lineup, though. No Calle Rosen, no Scott Perunovic. Marco
Scandella is going to go.
Replaces both.
Yeah.
And
they go back to 12-6.
Yeah, Nathan Walker is the other guy on the fourth line. Husso is back in net. So, you know, it's really Berube, I've got nothing to lose at this point.
True.
His 11-7 thing hasn't
really
paid
worked
off the way he wanted.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same guy scoring every game, so the advantage isn't there.
Yeah. True enough.
You know, the whole point of the 11-7 is to have the balanced attack at forward and to utilize your depth at a higher efficiency. And it hasn't mattered. Robert Thomas hasn't mattered. Jordan Kyrie's been kind of in and out of effectiveness. Vucinovic, Perron, O'Reilly have been pretty good. Tarasenko's been a ghost. Like, just it's been the same guys every game.
Well, 2 of those top 9 20-plus goal scorers are the only guys doing anything out there right now, and that's a big problem for this team. Like, they
Yeah.
need all three lines to be doing stuff, and the Avs have effectively taken most of that top 9 away.
Yeah. Well, and it's been interesting because we talk about, like, you need more from McKinnon, who has 3 assists in 4 games in the series.
Yeah.
But the Avs have just let this matchup with Ryan O'Reilly, they've just let it be. They haven't tried to change it. They haven't worked to get away from it. I think they're like, look, if McKinnon gets shut down by O'Reilly, we'll just let all the other guys do it.
Win all the other
And
matchups.
you go and you look at the series, and it's Colorado's, their 3 wins. Their second pairing scores a couple of goals off of the back of their second line, creating them.
Yep.
And then their second line drove the offensive bus in the other 2 wins.
Yep.
So it's like, okay,
What-
like we're sitting here frustrated that McKinnon and Rantanen aren't doing shit, but ultimately, like they're having all the success they need.
Yeah.
I don't want to grant McKinnon too many allowances, but that matchup, O'Reilly to McKinnon, has just been really effective. O'Reilly is just really good at shutting McKinnon down, and I do grant him some allowances for the lackluster performance we've seen because O'Reilly has just been that good.
Well, there's no doubt that Ryan O'Reilly, a sulky guy, like
Figured him out.
has like had an effect on that.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Avs have been completely fine, just being like, okay, like they're not working to get McKinnon against other lines. You know, they're just living with that, and I think that's a huge role in it, is that they're fine just going 16 minutes against Ryan O'Reilly,
Yeah.
who is exceptional defensively.
They've had other
and he's been
answers.
good in this series.
Yeah.
So they're just like, we'll take it. We think that we can outscore everywhere else on the roster we feel good about,
Definitely.
which is kind of the irony here, because coming in, that was supposed to be the same.
It's
The big
Against
thing that the
Avs,
Blues
like,
did.
Well, we have
Yeah.
920 goal scorers.
Exactly.
so it's interesting in this series because I do feel that in a lot of ways the series has been a bit stagnant, but that's benefited the Avs. You've seen 3 of the 4 games. The Avs have been a significantly better team at 5-on-5. The Blues have hung around with power play and things like that. But there have been some minor adjustments for sure. You've seen Berube try some things, but ultimately, it doesn't feel like we've seen, at least nothing major from St. Louis has really worked against Colorado. So I'm curious, are we going to expect more of the same? I know Berube's gone 12-6. I know there's some changes here, but what is the path to effective changes for St. Louis to find a way back into this series?
Well, so defensively, they lose Rosen and Perunovic,
Yeah.
who are more puck-moving type of guys. So they're going to lose that, and they've got a compromised Marco Scandella. Scandella's hurt.
Not 100% for
Like,
sure.
there's... If they thought that Scandella was going to help them meaningfully in this series, he would not be waiting until Game 5 to get into it. This was a Hail Mary. He's only just healthy enough to play. But it's removing that element on defense, because both of those guys are soft and easy to play against. And I think Marco Scandella, at his best, Marco Scandella gives you tough minutes. Yeah. He's not very effective at this point in his career, but he gives you tough minutes. He's not fun to play against. He works hard. He grinds it out. He's physical. He does all the like classic like bottom pairing guy stuff. And so that gives them, a Scandella, that gives them, Parayko, that gives them the other, Bortuzzo. A couple of pretty physical guys. A couple of guys that just make life a little bit harder defensively and are more that classic Blues defense. The problem is that those guys aren't very good. But, they're harder to play against. So that's...
Look, we've seen the
that's
Avs
where it is.
dominate them going into the corners in the offensive zone and taking pucks away, right?
Yeah.
So you throw in those dudes and you say, make them pay in the corners.
Yeah.
Nothing free.
That's their path, is that they play that strong forecheck game, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
We even got them here at the bar.
That's awesome. Shout out
It's the good stuff right there.
I thought she was just taking it from you.
I-
No, you can't have this.
I got the shirt on, so it counts.
Well, and it's
Yes,
also
we restocked all of the Avs shirts
Except
today.
for this one.
that one's sold out.
We restocked all of the other ones that have not been listed as limited edition.
Yeah.
So go get them.
Yeah.
All the ones you'll know and love.
No McDermott, by the way.
As expected.
Yeah. Same lineup.
Yeah.
Just thought I would clarify since he was on the ice, he just did not participate.
For sure. Fair enough.
Rushes.
My goodness.
Is he still the most attractive hockey player, or is it Gabe? Chat? Henrik Lundqvist or Gabe Landeskog?
Henrik Lundqvist not a hockey player anymore.
But he was.
Okay.
My wife's favorite hockey player.
Who is the hotter Swede?
Okay, now that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think it's. I'm still going with Hank.
Hank has that, like...
That's
Hank,
the right answer.
Hank has, like, actually been a model in his life,
Like-
so...
Also, fun fact, he has a twin brother.
Like, yeah.
They look so much alike, too. I mean, that happens with
Like-
twins, but
Like, Gabe is fine, but I mean, Henrik Lundqvist is like.
Gabe's one of a kind. Oh, see?
he has a twin, too.
She's a lady.
She's a lady.
Twin's a twin, all right?
He's also fine.
She's beautiful. AJ's got the right answers tonight.
Yeah.
So is that...
Everybody's hot.
Is this really the Blues' last answer? Is be harder to play against? Is that all they can muster?
Is that not the most classic hockey guy answer?
It
though?
is. It is very
Well,
much.
stylistically, they're
Craig
the same
Berube-
team.
Craig Berube is out of solutions.
Yeah.
He's out of cards to play. So he just says we're going to be as miserable to play against. We hope Ville Husso figures his shit out.
Yep.
And we hope that all these forwards who haven't done it. Robert Thomas hasn't done anything in the series.
If you were going to do different stuff, you'd do it in Game 4 when you're at home and you have that last
and
change.
you have the opportunity.
Now you're limited.
You're in charge of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now you're not in charge of anything. You're at the mercy of all of it. And with the fourth line, they're like, look, Colorado's fourth line has like quietly kind of chewed us up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, luckily, Bednar's just a Ken doll, so,
Did you stay around for Blues practice to see what their energy was like by comparison?
Yeah, it wasn't very high either.
Interesting.
My big thing is that it's early. My number one reasoning for it was I thought it was early
Yeah.
because they've been playing in the 7:30.
They hit the 6
Right.
o'clock start
This is
tonight.
Right, and they hit the
Yeah.
6, which meant morning skates.
An hour
The
and
Avs-
a half earlier.
The
yeah.
Avs are on the ice at 9 a.m. when they're normally rolling in,
Yeah.
and it's just a really different
national
deal.
TV schedule.
So,
East Coast bias.
but I will say, I mean, they are ultra focused. They're not
Of
dicking
course,
around.
of course.
Like,
and
you say of course, but I mentioned this to Z on my drive in here. Like, we keep in mind, like, the Avs have not been in this position. All of these second round flameouts and blah, 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 they've not been in a 3-1 spot.
Yep.
They're the ones who have faced elimination in every second round. They've been down 3-2 in every one of those series. 3-1 versus Dallas.
they've been in some 3-3 spots, though.
Right, but they've never been up 3-1 in the second round. They're
True.
just all of like they've been here, they've done that, they've lived this, they've done that. Now they're in uncharted territory for them as a group.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now they know, all right, we're into something new. It's business. We got it. It's closing time.
Which ties into our next topic here is this really is a new age for the Avs in so many ways. It's the first time they've ever had this opportunity in the second round, as you said, with this group.
Yeah.
And historically, it's the first time, another opportunity for the first time to make the conference finals in 20 years.
Yeah.
This team is going, I shouldn't say this team, I should say this core of players is defining their history live right now. You are experiencing it, and I can't see the future. I don't know what's going to happen tonight or next year or the year after that, but this does feel like a milestone series for Colorado. Whether it's they take care of business and they do it tonight or Game 6 or Game 7, or they fail, and you're now talking about a team with 4 straight years of second-round losses.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal if they get out of it. I think that's a bigger deal for people like us to talk about. I don't think they care that much.
I don't think they care either, but
And I think how they feel about it is more important than how we feel about it. Because they're the ones.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
their-
obviously-
it's their perspective that they live.
Yeah.
If they're throwing a huge party, if they win tonight and they get out of it and they're in the conference finals and they're like, conference finals, baby! And they're losing their shit. That's the wrong mindset.
Obviously, I don't expect that from them.
So,
but
they just don't feel that.
History is rarely written by the players on the ice.
It's only written by the players on the ice.
No, it's made. It's not written.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. As the one that will be doing the writing of their history, fair enough.
And, let's face it, for a significant portion of Avs fans, I'm sure for a decent number of people in this chat, they're either not old enough to remember or have never experienced the Colorado Avalanche in the conference finals.
As the person dressed like a fortune teller, I'm here to confirm that it is historic and that, even the regular season, as historic as it was, stands alone as something that will go down in franchise history. So this has the potential to make this even bigger than it was just in the regular season when we were having that conversation.
Is your crystal ball telling us that it's going to be a positive historic?
I can't say.
Okay. Remaining mysterious on this one.
It's like a magic 8-ball when you have to, it just says what is it, too cloudy or too shake again? I don't actually know.
Ask again tomorrow.
Ask again tomorrow.
What can you? Are you a dream guide? Can you break down AJ's dream that he's about to tell us right now?
Look, fully realized premonition about the game tonight.
Oh, God.
In which the Blues win this game 3-0. Tyson Jost scores all 3 goals. And Connor Ingram gets the shutout.
This is weird. Never in my life have I heard something more accurate.
I don't know what to make of all these things and why my subconscious has this on the mind, but that was my pregame nap. Normally I don't dream during the pregame nap because it's 40 minutes
not
or
long
whatever,
enough. Yeah.
Instead it was like a vivid, I was there and lived it and was like, how did this happen?
We'll never know.
Yeah. So useful.
It's even in the future, so many weird things would have to happen for that to come to fruition.
Right. Can't happen tonight.
Okay. I heard, Megan, you also had a hockey dream?
I did. Husso, something happened to him. I hate to say it out loud after everything that's happened with goaltenders, and they had to bring in their backup, but it wasn't their backup. I don't know who the other goaltender was. It wasn't Ingram. But weirdly, there was excitement surrounding it, like it was a good thing. So I don't know what that meant, but it wasn't Binnington either.
All right. Someone look up who the E-Bug is tonight, and if his name is Connor Ingram, I'm going to freak out.
Charlie Lindgren just gets passed over by the E-Bug. They just skip him.
Because there was someone better. I don't know.
Oh, all right. So we're expecting a very normal hockey game.
Yeah,
then.
really normal.
We've got E-Bugs and players on other teams participating.
Great. Good. Par for the course.
No, just like in Game 4, though, of the Nashville series, I do expect this is it for St. Louis. This is the best shot that we're going to see.
Yep.
And look, the Avs can put it down because I think if they get up,
that's where I'm headed.
If they score first for the first time in the series, and they make St. Louis chase the game, you got to really
be tough.
Look, they've been pretty good at protecting leads when they've gotten them.
Yeah, I barring a very big shift in how the series has played out, if the Avs stay out of the penalty box, I don't think it's going to be easy for St. Louis.
You got to love the chances. More 5-on-5.
Yep.
The more 5-on-5, the more you love how Colorado stacks up.
So, of course, there's a reason they play the games. So, we'll have to see what happens. But I feel even if the Avs get blown out in this hockey game, which I don't think they will, but even if they do, they get 2 more cracks at the can, right? For the first time, this core in the playoffs, I guess in the second round, has the grace of being able to drop a game and it not being full on all-in panic time.
Yeah, well, and the point that I was making earlier about they've not been in this situation in the second round is that they've had to chase
Yeah.
You know, they were up
Yeah.
2-0 last year, and it got away from them.
For sure.
But by the time, when you lose 3 in a row, by the time you're in that point, it's really hard
Yep.
to stop that. And but they've had to chase every other series that they've been in the second round. And they just aren't in that position right now. And you want to see, okay, just like they've done the last 2 games with third period leads,
Close.
you want to see them close. And just, let's button this up and let's move on.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into some bets. No Blaise's bet. Well, there'll be one Blaise bet, but we're all going to pick a bet today, including you,
Yep.
chat. Including you. You got to pick a bet, too. I'll go first because mine won't happen, but I'm taking a Darcy Kemper shutout.
Ooh. I'm going to go coffees for closers, and you need your big dogs to be your big dogs when it matters. And this is a closeout game, so I'm going to go with McKinnon with an anytime goal.
Okay, see, I'm glad you didn't take mine because I'm going McKinnon first goal.
Ooh,
First,
all right.
bold.
All right.
Bold.
I would also, if that's too repetitive for the people, I would also pick the Avs to win the first period.
Like it. They're going to change it up.
Yeah.
Like it.
What does the crystal ball say?
I'm going to go Mikko Rantanen 2-point night.
Wow.
Oh, so just a normal game for Mikko.
Real points or the cheapest points imaginable?
Doesn't matter. They're still all
Right.
points. They all count the
You
same.
go look at Hockey Reference, and they don't show each point.
Points. Oh my goodness. I actually wanted it to be like a split, a goal and assist.
Okay.
Would be cool.
Is
I want it to be 2 goals. I want it to be Moose time.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
that the dichotomy of Mikko? It's no longer the moose. Some nights you get the moose, sometimes you get the leech.
Yeah.
Is he actually the like brain infecting amoeba that is controlling the moose?
Stop it.
Sometimes.
Stop it.
So, like, he's like the faulty chip in Doc Ock?
Yeah. There you go.
You're sort of
I watched the
Brady.
Spider-Man.
I can
movie.
tell.
Yeah.
All right. We are maybe about 10 minutes from puck drop. You never know. With-
Well, I wasn't too worried
Yeah.
about it going late because I was like, even with one game on the schedule, we know that they'll be late.
So we are going to wrap this up. We are doing a watch along again. Of course, you can join us. Same YouTube channel, just a different link. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Help us out. Thank you for the super chat, Ryan. Much appreciated. Come watch the watch along or second screen if you want, or at least be sure to tune in after the game to our post-game show. We'll break it all down for you no matter what happens. We hope to see you there. Until then, enjoy the hockey game.